Leeds City were founded in 1904 by a group of local notables at a meeting at the Griffin Hotel in Leeds. The idea was to bring professional football to one of the rugby strongholds of Yorkshire's West Riding. During their inaugural season, the club frequently fielded their reserves in the West Yorkshire League, while the first team turned out against league opposition in friendly matches. After cultivating the top clubs in this way, Leeds City were rewarded with election to the expanded Division 2 the following season. Leeds City initially wore a blue shirt with a gold V on the front. The team wore the city's coat of arms on their shirts in their first few years, but this appears to have been dropped when striped jerseys were introduced in 1908. The club's first manager were Gilbert Gillies, who managed Leeds City between 1904 to 1908. He also was the club secretary at the time. This was followed by another 4-year tenure of Frank Scott Wolford as the second manager of Leeds City. Their third manager is one of the most famous managers in English football, and he goes by the name of Herbert Chapman. Leeds City's whole league career was in the second division. However, during the First World War, the club won several wartime honours under the stewardship of Herbert Chapman, and also achieved their highest league position in the second division, which was 4th. It was around this time that the club started to wear navy blue jerseys again with a gold trim, which later became a chevron or a V. Following the conclusion of the First World War, the efforts on the pitch are far from why they are best known though. The Leeds City scandal of 1919 centred around illegal payments, which ultimately led to the club's demise. It began with Charlie Copeland, the Leeds City player unhappy with the wage he was receiving from the club. Despite his inability to nail down a starting spot, Copeland was still earning around £150 a week in today's money. The board and Copeland aimed to find a compromise. Leeds offered an increase, but the player was still not satisfied. His ambitious aim of doubling his current wages was not going to work. Then came the ultimatum. Either the Leeds board met his request for a higher wage, or he would report them to the Football Association for making payments to players during wartime, something that was strictly forbidden. Those in charge looked to call his bluff and refused, thus granting him a free transfer to Coventry City. The problem didn't go away though, and Copeland passed on his knowledge to the Football Association in summer 1919. Charles Clegg headed the commission looking into the claims. Such was the strength of the evidence provided that just 2 months after Copeland had made the allegation, the FA asked Leeds to attend and present their side of the story. Incredibly, the reply from Leeds City was that they would not be able to do so. The FA gave Leeds until the 6th of October 1919 to produce the relevant documents. Even with the real possibility of their expulsion from the Football League, Leeds City operated an almost business as usual policy. It was well known secret that other clubs were doing the same, the difference being that Leeds had been found out by those in charge. The team carried on as they did before, disregarding the looming threat that hung over their heads. They earned draws against Hull City and Wolverhampton Wanderers in September. October 6 came and went, and Leeds had completely ignored the demands. That forced the FA Commission into action once again, suspending Leeds' upcoming game against South Shields while they discussed the next stage. The punishment was severe, and Leeds City were removed from the Football League. An extreme move, but one that the league chairman John McKenna wanted to do in order to make their position clear. He said, "The authorities of the game intend to keep it absolutely clean. We will have no nonsense." Following the expulsion of Leeds City, the remaining clubs met at the Metropole Hotel in Leeds on the 17th of October 1919, where they would hold an auction to buy the 16 members of Leeds City's playing squad. Billy McLeod was the top billing as he departed for Notts County with a winning bid of £1,250, which is about £64,000 in today's money. Harry Millership moved to Rotherham County, and John Hampson made the switch to Aston Villa, with both commanding fees of £1,000 each. All 16 players would eventually be bought, with Lincoln being the most active of those present, as they bought 3 players with a combined fee of £850, which is about £43,000 in today's money. At the same time, in a separate meeting, Leeds United were born under the guidance of their former player Dick Ray. Port Vale would take over the remaining fixtures as well as the results up to that point. Leeds City were the first club to be expelled from the league mid-season and one of only 2 to be expelled from the league due to financial irregularities, with Bury expelled a century later in 2019. Ironically, Leeds City's successors Port Vale nearly lost their league status for similar reasons in 1968. Only 2 of the Leeds City players would go on to play for Leeds United, with one being Ivan Sharp, who made just 1 appearance for the club, and also Harry Sherwin, who went on to go and play for a few seasons with Leeds United. A second Leeds City was established in 1924 as an amateur club and joined the Yorkshire League. However, that club folded just 3 years later. In 2006, another Leeds City were formed and they joined Division 2 of the West Yorkshire League. Leeds City had 2 home grounds in their history, the first being the Wellington ground. The club moved to Ellen Road after Holbeck Rugby Club folded in October 1904. In their first season in the Football League, their average attendance was 10,000, the 3rd highest in the 2nd Division. Their best season in 1913-1914 saw them average 15,000 people a game. Looking at Leeds City's honours, all of these were won during wartime, so there were different competitions. They won the Midland Sub-Tournament in 1915-1916. They were the Midland Section winners in 1916, 1917 and 1917-1918, and they also won the League Championship Cup in 1917/1918. So that is me story about Leeds City, who existed between 1904 and 1919. They were the first club in Leeds. Maybe a lot of people don't realise that there was a club before Leeds United. They had a bit of success during the First World War, won a couple of competitions, and they're also managed by one of the most famous managers of all time, Herbert Chapman. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks to everyone that's recently subscribed and joined the channel and been commenting and liking the videos. It's much appreciated. But this is History of Football, and I'll catch us all later in the next video. Alright, tatty bye for now.